Okay, we're going to focus on just how do we assign oxidation numbers to things. So when we have a polyatomic ion that has a charge, we're going to set this equal to the charge that's on the ion. So we're going to basically set up an equation that's equal to 2 minus, because that's what the overall charge of this is. We're going to start with oxygen first. And we know that oxygen has a -2 charge because it's in group 16 on the periodic table, and it needs to gain 2 electrons to become stable. Now, this 3 times that -2 is going to give me a -6. The whole charge of both of these has to equal -2. So I'm going to go ahead and just write down here what we're doing. We've got -2 times those 3 oxygen ions, plus we're trying to determine what sulfur's charge is. So if I have 3 times -2, that ends up being -6 is equal to 2 minus, and I've still got my X, so I'm trying to determine what is the oxidation number of sulfur. If I add 6 to both sides, I end up with X being +4. So sulfur is +4 for its oxidation number. Now, here we've got no charge on this compound, so we're going to set it up equal to 0. We always start with the last one first, which is oxygen. We know oxygen is -2, so 4 times -2 is going to end up being -8. We do not know this one. This is the one we're going to have to solve for, so we're going to call that X. And then we know that potassium is +1, and there's only one of those. So if I have +1 plus X plus 4 times -2, that's going to end up being 1 plus X minus 8 equals 0. So in order to determine what X is, we've got to solve this algebraic equation. So if I combine my like terms, now I've got X minus 7 equals 0. If I add 7 to both sides, that's how I determine that X is equal to 7. So manganese has a +7 oxidation number. Lead oxide, again, set it equal to 0. The only time oxygen is not -2 is if it's with peroxide or if it's with fluorine. So oxygen's -2, I've only got one of those, and I've only got one lead. This is a 1-to-1 ratio. Lead is going to be +2. Okay. The oxidation number for hydrogen is 0 because it's an element that's by itself. Chlorine is a -1, and if we set this equal to 0, X minus 1, silver has to be +1. So that's how we assign oxidation numbers to things.